What is up, everybody? This is Trent with SoutheastPitReport.com here with Rick from Adelitas Way. How you doing?
I'm feeling good. How you guys doing?
Pretty good. Did I say that right? Adelitas Way?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel good about it.
So, how you been, dude? It's been you got a good start to the new year with this tour and everything. So.
Yeah, New Year's been great. Bad Reputation's been really leading the way for us, killing it, and we're out on the road playing successful shows. Man, it's great. It's for us. It's been a really special tour so far. So many great fans have come out, and you know, if the whole thing is like what we've seen so far, we're very excited.
Okay, awesome. So, you know, this kind of was like a last edition here in Columbia and stuff, and we were just talking before. Literally started filming this that you guys haven't played here in a while, and this town has gotten skipped a lot. So what made you guys I guess come back?
A lot of bands do skip Columbia, and I think it's just because of a lack. There's not much radio support. There's no rock stations. There's not really any venues that are willing to take a chance on you, because you know, rock bands draw 100 people, 200 people, sometimes 500 people. You know what I mean? You never know what you're gonna get. So, but we were already off in Columbia, and we'd rather play than not play. So we were already in town, and we had an opportunity to play a great place like Music Farm. We jumped on it. Okay.
So you said, you know, it's unpredictable. Is that kind of like an exciting thing about rock band? You could come into a small club and have it packed out, or it could be a success. Next night could be kind of like a little
we want
downer.
We want it to be a success right now. We haven't had any downers yet, man. You know, we're like 6-7 shows into the tour, and we've been pretty happy with everything. Usually, if the show should be a downer, if you're talking about 120 people there, 120 Adelitas Way fans are different than 120 just people who. You know, so for us, those are successes. So yeah, it's great. It's great seeing 500 people. It's great seeing 300 people. It's great seeing 120 people. Like, you know, as long as we show up and people are there, we'll keep coming.
Okay, awesome. So, what are you looking forward to for the rest of the tour? You say you're 6-7 days in. You know, it's been going great and stuff.
I get to go home, Philadelphia, to see my family, my mom, my best friend, my brothers. So, my dad. I'm very excited about that. I'm very excited to see my family on this run, and you know. Not to sound like I'm looking through the run, but you know, I want to have a great successful run. I want to get out. I want to spread the word, but I want to get home to see my kids too.
Okay, yeah. What's that like? You know, we talked to a lot of bands. We don't really have a lot. We don't really have a lot of interviews where we touch on that. But you know, what is it like? You know, being like a father on the road. You know, having to be away from his family a lot and stuff.
You know, my daughters are proud of me. They love what I do, and my wife's proud of me, and she really does a great job just taking care of the house and just really. You know, being everything plus more than I need. But with that being said, I'm really good at what I do. I come out here, I provide for the family, and I work really hard, but I miss them. That's the truth. You know what I mean? Every day that goes by, you know, I sacrifice a lot to come out here, and that's what I'm saying. As long as the crowds keep coming and people keep showing up and showing us the love, I'll keep doing it, man. You know, if it comes to a point where, you know, people aren't, you know, the rooms aren't full, or, you know, our time is done, you know, I'm going to be a father.
Yeah. So what other career would you pick if you if you in an alternate universe, if you never sang in this band, but you still had your wife and your daughters and everything? Like, what career path could you see yourself being on?
Well, I think you know, I'm always going to be a songwriter, and I think I could end up on the radio. As far as personality-wise, I've been offered a couple gigs, and I've talked about it before, but I'm good at this, so I don't really think too much about that, unless you know, it comes down to writing songs and having my own studio. But with that said, music business is tough to get paid in these days. You know, it's tough for anybody to make any money. So I'll really do whatever I have to do to provide for my family. You know, there's no boundaries for me. If I had to go back to school, I would go back to school. If I had to work for my dad's company, I'd work for my dad's company. Okay. I think that I'm going to write hit songs for myself and for other people.
All right, sweet. So looking forward, you know, to the future, you know, a bright one with a Bad Reputation coming out, and it's been very like, you know, hush hush. You know, we weren't, other than the single, we haven't really been able to hear much from the album, you know, to kind of like talk to you about.
Yeah, we've kept it on luck. Look, people don't I don't want to say people don't appreciate music, but nowadays we're living in such a playlist-oriented world, such a Spotify-oriented world, an Apple Music world, a YouTube world, that releasing a full album, I mean, it has to be like a collector's album. It has to be like an event for people. It has to be like an exclusive place they can go get the record, because only a certain amount of people want that physical copy. You know? And you know, we really just want to make each song we put out feel special. So we're focusing on Bad Reputation right now, and when the record comes out, everyone's gonna have to go to Best Buy and grab it. You know, we're leaving the album off Spotify.
Yeah, we noticed you did that with the EP as well and everything. Like was listening to music today, and I think "Stuck" was the last thing on Spotify.
Yeah. You know, the EP. You know, we felt, even though we released it already, it still wasn't heard by a lot of people. You know, it still had plenty of audience to hear it. So you know, we kind of gave people that little tease of having the EP up there, and they maybe think they had it forever, and then we pulled it off, and now people are like, "Where's the EP at?" And now, if you want the EP, you're gonna have to go to Best Buy and grab it. You know, it's not gonna be up on Spotify ever again. And,
so you guys are pulling a Taylor Swift and taking your music off Spotify for the most part?
No, we're just going a different approach. You know, we feel like people just you know, Spotify is a singles market, so most likely we'll put our singles up there, you know, to give people a little taste of what's to come, and then they have to buy the record.
Okay. So with it being Hush Hush, so what I guess not really giving too much away, but I guess like topic wise or direction wise, what was the focus, or what is something that we can expect?
You've heard the EP, so it's a continuation a little bit of the EP. You know, it's not. There's a little sprinkling of Adelitas Way, what got us here. You know, Bad Reputation sounds like old school Adelitas Way. There's a couple more on there that have that feel as well.
Okay, sweet.
With that being said, we also tried a lot of new things. We tried, you know, we had a great producer on this record with Johnny K. We took risks. Everything isn't calculated. People are going to be, you know, hearing songs that sound different, and at the end of the day, we want to make records that sound different. We want to expand our catalog. We already have 50 songs that people can go listen to.
Oh yeah.
And have what they need on there. We wanted to see if we could touch a broader audience. So, you know, some of it sounds like a little bit of classic rock, some of it sounds like Adelitas Way, and some of it's just great songs.
Okay. So, you know, one thing that we also found out is, like, you know, you guys are doing this all by yourselves. Basically, you're independent now. So what's it like? Do you like that more hands-on approach, or do you like it, or did you kind of like, you know, having somebody help you do it and everything?
Look, we had a great team at Virgin Records for almost 10 years, and without that staff and everyone there, I don't think I'd know as much as I know. I don't think we'd be doing as well as we have, and I respect them very much. But with this one, with the way the music business is, you know, we need to be working, we need to be active. You know, we can't go at the pace of a record label, you know, release one album every 2 years, you know. Just everything takes months and months and months and months. And they don't really spend the attention that you would on it. So this one, we want to try a little different. We think the record business is a very different place right now. We think it's the Wild Wild West out there, and we're willing to put our hat in to see if we can be a competitive indie label with all these other indie labels.
Okay. Obviously, you know, I can tell you're very passionate about what you do, and I really appreciate that. And, you know, especially with the physical copies, you know, I'm one that goes out there and buys those CDs. I mean, you can see my copy of Failure Anthem CD laying right there. But yeah.
I love it.
But one thing I want to ask you is, like, where did this come from? You know, like, what, I guess, you know, to summarize, where did you find this drive and heart for music that you just want to, you know?
It was just in my blood, man. It was just something. I was drawn to it, and I followed it, you know, and even when I try to get drawn away from it, I still follow it. And there's been times, you know, during the past 2-3 years that I've evaluated, like, maybe I should do something else. Maybe I should, you know, the music business has fallen and nosediving, and there's such a bad place, and music almost has no value, that I started thinking, you know, maybe I should do something else. And I just can't let it go. I love it too much. I love writing songs. I love the fans. I love making records. I love the band. I love playing live shows. And you know, I got a couple years left in me, and so I got to, you know, go home and dedicate my full time to my kids.
Okay. You think your daughters are going to end up following a music path? Can you see that?
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. Look, I'm gonna let them do whatever they want to do. Mm-hmm. You know, my daughter's very interested in what I do. Yeah, she pays a lot of attention to what I do. She watches my videos. She sings. She performs for me. She gets a band. She gets her drum set and everything out. And she goes, "Daddy, the show's about to begin." I'm not going to push it on her. I'm going to just guide her. Okay. She wants to know something about the music business. Of course, I can help her. I know a lot about this game. You know?
Yeah. Does she like come out on stage with you every now and then, dance around?
Never. She's been to 2 of my shows, and she loves what I do.
Okay, that's really great. So, is there anything else you want to talk? I got some fun ones, but is there anything else that, you know, like about the record or this tour? Anything you want to?
Yeah, I just want everyone. You know, we talked about it. We own the record. We own the single. Go buy it on iTunes. Go check Bad Reputation out on iTunes. It goes to the band. It helps the big picture all around. It just doesn't put money in our pocket. It helps us fund everything. It helps build hype. It helps build buzz. When you're selling stuff, everyone pays more attention to you. Okay. So, you know, everyone buy the record.
All right. I got some fun ones for you here. You know, everybody has the generic list of 5 things they bring on tour with them. So what is something for you? Like, what are 5 things that you just leave at home that you should not bring on tour?
That I leave at home that I shouldn't bring on tour?
Yeah, what are like 5 non-essential things that you shouldn't bring on tour? Like,
do I have what you're asking on the road with me now, or did I leave it at home?
Did you leave at home? Or like, what are some things you just do not bring on tour with you?
I don't bring on tour with me.
Yeah.
I don't bring my good cologne. Because you lose them, they break. I don't bring too many jackets because you lose them. One thing I can't live without is my sunglasses. I bring them everywhere.
Okay.
You don't bring any animals on tour ever. No pets.
There's not like a little rat running around?
No,
and
none of that.
No pet hamster?
You just don't, you know, you don't bring your own personal blankets and pillows either. You buy a whole set for the road.
Oh, haven't heard that one before.
Yeah, you buy a set for the road.
Okay. He was talking to JD earlier about eating and stuff. So what are some, I guess, favorite things of his that he's made for you, if you've tried any of his food or anything?
I'm going to try it, man. You know, he cooks, and he's a brilliant chef, so I have to eat it. I'm a foodie, by the way. I've already eaten in every place in Colombia, so you guys don't know. I've already done that whole run.
What's your, I guess, the best food spot in the country that you've been to?
Best in the country? Man, it goes back to Vegas most of the time. Vegas has such amazing restaurants. But I've had so many great places. I mean, I've had Italian restaurants in New York City. I've had cheesesteaks in Philadelphia. I've had breakfast in Denver that, you know, I don't even know how they made it as good as they made it. I'm like, what is this made out of, you know? So I've traveled the whole country, and I definitely have tried the best food.
Okay. I don't, for our readers who probably know this, you know, we talked before, we did talk to you earlier last year and stuff, so I don't think I asked you this question on the phone, so I'm going to give it a shot here. This is the last one. If you could hang out with Taylor Swift and she wrote a song about you personally, what would it be called and what would it be about?
I already wrote, it's called Bad Reputation. That's what she'd write. You know, she'd be like, I thought of a hit song about this guy.
So she ghost wrote Bad Reputation then?
No, she wishes she did. No. Taylor's extremely, extremely talented, and she's beautiful, and you know, I'm sure the whole world wants to bang her, and you know, the bottom line is everyone hates on these successful pop artists.
I love Taylor Swift, man.
It's not their fault, man.
Yeah.
What's happening in the rock and roll is not their fault. It's deeper than that. You know, that girl's just writing great songs and working hard, and you know, Bieber and Swift and all them, I mean, they don't even affect us. So it's not, I don't want to attack pop stars because rock stars are so devalued right now. I just want to, you know, get it out to the people that there has to be an outlet for musicians who play rock music, for guitars. There has to be some media for us or a radio station for us. It's like, give us a shot. You know, give us a shot, see if people like our shit.
I will say, though, I kind of feel bad for Kesha because she's in that lawsuit with her producer, and so she hasn't been able to release music forever now. So.
Yeah, she's never going to get out of that. That guy's so,
I feel bad for her.
I mean, at the end of the day, I don't, and this isn't, there's nothing better that those record executives are than contracts and legals. You know, like she's fucked. She even, you know, fucked herself more by the story that, you know, probably happened. But, she's in trouble, man. She's in trouble. She's messing with a very powerful group of people. And until they just are over her and like, whatever, we don't care anymore, she's going to be on the sidelines. Yeah.
All right, man. Well, it was great talking to you.
Brother.
And is there anything else you got going on later this spring, like festival-wise, that you can talk about?
Yeah, look at it. We're going to be on the road. You know, we're not going to headline that often. When we headline, it's going to be a big deal. You know, we want to headline once or twice a year. But we're going to headline this is the first run, and look for a second run later in the year. We love you guys. We love our fans. Look out for Getaway, February 26th.
All right, sweet. I'm Trent with Sally's Pit Report. This is Rick from Adelitas Way. Handshake.
Adelitas Way.
Adelitas Way. Tongue twist there a little bit. Thanks for watching, guys.